Slowest countdown ever, but we are here. We are
Wow.
live on a Friday evening. The Put in the Book Show, Season 5, Episode 5. We got everybody in the house today. I am Steve, of course, joined by a Keith right on over here, who, in a show of solidarity, brother.
No, that's not why
Supporting
he did
my
people.
bald brothers and sisters out there.
Yes, ball brothers and sisters. What's up,
Liars,
Keith?
liars. Trying to make me look bad. I'm supporting the bearded guys out in the woods.
Well, I got the
guys
beard
in the
going
woods.
too.
That's not a
The
That's
bearded
November,
guys in the
though.
woods, like Friday the 13th. It's a perfect time for bearded
go.
guys in the woods. This
Yeah.
is their time to shine.
Wash your
Don't
face
run, and
or
if you
else-
do run, don't trip. And if you do trip, get up and run again.
Yes,
you only
and-
have to
and-
run faster than the guy that's next to you.
right.
You don't have to run faster than him.
Rodriguez, right down here. What's up, sir? How's life going? How's life treating you?
Life, listen, baseball's treating me really well right now. So let's just leave it at that. That'll be my whole life.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
You know, why
All
not?
right. And then what about the dude back there?
Hey. How you doing?
That's very good. We got a little Joey Tribbiani back there. Why don't you go ahead and hit the music, baby? Hit the music.
Pull up the bullets.
And a welcome back in and a pleasant Friday evening. Thank you for allowing us to be your pregame show tonight as the Mets welcome in, not really welcome in, but they allow into their casa, the Seattle, the very famous on this show, Seattle Mariners, which there's a certain guy on the Mariners. Keith, can you help me out? There's a guy on the Mariners that used to be a Met.
He was
plays the
never a
outfield.
Met. He was like a cyclone or something like
He
that.
was in the
and a
was in the
rumble pony,
system.
maybe.
And now is it what's his first name?
Kalanick. Oh, his first name is Jarek, and his last
Do you
name is
spell
Kalanick.
that? Do you spell that with a triple A?
I spell it with a triple A. J-A-A. Yeah.
The most millennial way you can spell it. Figure out the most millennial way you can spell it. That's how
Triple
it's
A, because with
He's
all
going
this talk about Kelenic and the trade was awful and all this crap, and it's obviously amplified with Seattle coming in, but the man just got sent down. He's not playing in the series. So
well, I mean, let's be honest. He's done really well over there. I'm shocked he's been sent down. I mean, he played 93 games. He batted 180 last year, but he did hit 14 home runs. But I mean, come on, even Dave Kingman hit more than 180, and I think this year he was batting about 180 also. So he's having a great year. I don't see why he went down, and I could really understand why the fans are upset that we have him over a premier closer. It makes so much sense. It does. I'm with you guys.
Sure.
Another thumbs up for the Met fans, showing their brilliance in picking players.
But
Okay?
really,
let's pick the guy that's never made it out of the minors, basically, Keith. Let's pick that guy over the closer who's got like 70 saves with us already.
Yeah,
looking nasty.
And he's looking like he can destroy the league.
The guy that makes the Mendoza line
slider.
look like a far reach. And the truth is,
Honestly.
Tom.
He's still young.
There it is.
He may come up and look great, but let's get over it. It's done. He's gone. It's finished. Brody's
I
gone.
wish
Wilpons
him
are
well.
gone. Jared
Dude,
Kelenic
let
is
him-
gone. It's over.
Kalanick.
Just move on.
Kalanick.
Kalanick.
So
I mean, and
Move it on
I
along.
think what burns some fans is the fact that we got Cano for him and we're eating that. But who cares? Cohen don't. So why should you?
exactly. That
It's
guys are
his
out there
money.
taking things too
It's his
personal,
money.
and if in the past and many other teams, they wouldn't have eaten Cano's salary for the baseball reasons behind it. That's just not something that typically happens. But anyway, we don't have to. I did say this morning that I wanted Diaz to strike out said Jared, spelled with AAA, out 3 times to close out the game. But now we don't even have to worry about that. Terzio, what's up, buddy? Rodriguez. So I know you don't. I'm probably the least. I'm probably the most okay on this show with trading prospects. That being said, you're always trying to make yourself better, and with Edwin Diaz in there, you are a better team. Am I missing something?
You're missing Keith. Actually, he just got bumped out, but for some reason he did it to himself. I think I don't know what he did. So
I'm here.
Keith.
Going on in the
He's
house.
still hanging around.
Sorry,
He's looking
guys.
at. He missed a spot in his solidarity.
No, I'm here. I got something going on. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Keith. So good luck. And what were you saying? We're trading the prospect.
I was saying, am I missing something where it's you're trying to, especially when you're in a situation with the Mets where it's been, you're there, you have the talent on your team, it's just not showing itself, but you're trying to make yourself better incrementally, right? That's the whole point of this.
They were a win now team when they traded for Diaz and Cano. They were a win now team, and at the time we were getting a fairly decent player in Cano, even though we were paying him a little bit too much for his skills at the time. I'm very with that. We're paying him a little too much, but he was a skilled player at the time. His range was diminishing, but he could still hit, and he didn't have another shoot him up type of deal going. Okay, so and we had a guy who just finished saving 52 games. Was it 57? One of those
57.
2 numbers. I forget 57. So and we traded him for guys that have done nothing for Archie. Nothing. Kalanick, Justin Dunn. There's 2 other guys there. Swarzak and
Jay Bruce. And Jay Bruce.
Well, that was a big loss. I mean, honestly, Jay Bruce.
Think about it.
It was.
And his hurt butt muscle.
Yeah. I remember the so Farace and I, we share a mutual place, and we'll leave it at that. But there's a cafeteria in this place, and as he's walking away, when the butt muscle thing happened with Bruce, I yelled over to him, "Hey, how about Jay Bruce's butt muscle?" And the place turned around and looked at me.
Classic stuff. And then was Flexen part of that, or the Flexen was just one of those that we kind of cast off, and then he won like 16 games for Seattle.
I'm gonna check SNY. Guarantee they put something about it on Facebook.
I'm sure.
He wasn't part of that deal. He wasn't part of that deal.
I think he was released and then signed.
He was released. He was released. Isn't he the guy that got cheated by the Astros?
Yes.
And they were tipping off his pitches, and he ended up getting rocked, and then he ended up getting demoted because of that. Because before that, he was actually pitching pretty decently, and he
gave up like 7 runs, and
he got smoked, and that caused him to get demoted.
I think with my lack of hair, I'm really noticing this weird gap here, and it's bothering me. Why is that? Why is the headphones so crooked?
Where the brain's supposed to be?
Maybe that is. Maybe you're right. 2 + 2 is fine. So Mariners received Jared Kelenic, Justin Dunn, Jay Bruce, Gerson Bautista, and Anthony Swarzak, and we all know who we got. So I mean, oh my balloon knots. So I mean, Justin, Jay Bruce is still in the league tearing it up, isn't he?
Yeah, he had that big thing going with the crosstown.
At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter, guys, because guess what? We got what we got. Whatever's gone is gone. Why are you going to cry about it? All these fans are crying about something that we actually won. You're upset that we won because we got rid of Cano, which is a plus.
Yes.
Producer Joe loved Cano. He didn't want him
He's
to
a
go.
huge fan of Robinson Cano. We had to console him for like a week.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Least. Everybody
it
knows
took a lot of alcohol.
It took a lot of alcohol.
It took a lot of alcohol and a couple of those to get over it.
Yeah.
All right. Before we go any further and talk about the another great week that was in Metsville, Keith, can you talk to us a little bit about Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters?
I could, but I don't want to.
Which I could use a gallon right now.
Yeah, I haven't actually ordered my coffee in some time, but
or like an IV or something.
yeah, I
Live
think I
on the
need
air.
to, right? So BrooklynWaterCoffeeRoasters.com, from their roaster to your front door. And with the thing with Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters, I'm changing things up a little bit this week. Most of the roasters, they use like a cheaper and lesser quality bean for their flavored coffee because they're going to add flavor to it only. But the roastmaster at Brooklyn Water Coffee Roasters, they don't start off with the garbage. They keep the good stuff consistent, whether it's flavored or not. And their flavored coffees are amazing. It's really the highlight to me of a lot of their coffees, such as dark roast, dark chocolate.
Yes.
It's a rich, dark roast, chocolatey flavor. The aroma, just when you smell the bunghole of the bag and squeeze it, and that coffee fart hits you in the face. Oh man, it's amazing.
Coffee
Most
farts. That's
impressive.
It's rich, it's silky, and it's delicious, honestly. But the thing is, you got to be careful how much you drink because it's chocolate. So, you know, oh wait, it's a calorie intake thing, right? So how many calories coming out
Watch
for
your
us?
bunghole.
the same amount as the number of games played that Kellenick had for the Mets. Settle.
Boom.
Colonic.
And I mean,
Nice.
let's
I like
jump
it.
over to one other thing. Do you like bacon, Froch?
Oof, do I love bacon?
Do you
I
like
got my
bourbon,
cholesterol
Froch?
checked. I do too. If I love bacon, huh?
Do you like bourbon?
I love bourbon.
What guy doesn't? So then you can order some Drunken Pig coffee, which is a bacon bourbon flavored coffee with only the finest beans selected and roasted
It's my nickname in high
for
school.
your pleasure. Distinct, deep
Pig.
down pleasure.
Drunken pig.
And then of course, you know, one of my
Drunken
other
pig.
they also have another one, maple bacon, chocolate covered bananas, pumpkin
Mama
spice,
must be proud.
one of my favorite Cinnabons. I mean, the list goes on. All the flavors are delicious. I think I tried most, if not all of these flavors, but check them out now. www.brooklynwatercoffeeroasters.com, from their roaster to your front door. And all orders are guaranteed to be roasted within 24 hours of its roast date.
Roast date.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
if you act
For
now,
sale there.
do we still?
Should they
If you act
act
now,
now?
yeah, you should act now. You could have acted probably in the last 2 years anyway, but if you act now, because it might not be there tomorrow, because you never know. Life's a then you die. That's why we get, because you never know when you're
No.
gonna go. Yeah, if you act now and use the code Pop Culture Pros, you'll get your third bag free.
Do it.
Pony up, buy 2 bags, and get a third free. Try a new flavor.
Pony up and get it done. Terzio, what's up, man? Terzio says if I went to the bathroom at 11:58 p.m., I come out at 12:08 a.m. Is the same shit, different day. Very well done. And I don't know if you saw the quote from the trial, the Amber Heard trial. She said that she was the only one that gave a shit in that relationship.
Yeah, they should drop the A. She's the only one that gave shit in that relationship.
All right, so let's get
I walk. I told you I walk my dog, and then I come back and I'll tell my wife, "Yeah, he did an Amber Heard out in the grass."
All right, let's get to. We've been taking Amber Heards on the competition this year, huh? How about that? Fundies, number one. Obviously, the fundamentals have come to the forefront this year. Defense, bunting, getting people over, hitting to the opposite field. Keeping pitch counts low. Yesterday was a great example of that. Taiwan Walker, Yaiwan. He didn't have his best stuff. He clearly wasn't 100%. But he pitched to contact, and he kept his pitch count low, which helped out the bullpen, which helped out everything else. So Rodriguez, when it comes to fundamentals and the fundies of it all, as Keith Hernandez likes to call them, what have you seen specifically so far this year, and even just in the last week and a half, where it just feels like more and more, right?
They're getting more comfortable playing with each other, which seems to be helping the defense a lot. Yeah, and that sounded kind of weird, right? but if you're a grown up and you know baseball, then maybe you wouldn't be.
I laughed before producer Joe laughed. He was gonna laugh.
I would look at
wait.
I was trying to be a smart ass. I would laugh too.
Wow.
Look at Terzio with his sarcastic McCann with a tear coming out.
Can I just jump
very
in?
sad.
Well, first of all, I am sad because his performance behind the plate is amazing, and it's going to be missed while he's out. But can I just jump in on that Fundy thing real quick? Did you guys see the post game? Where's Rodriguez? Did you guys see the post game last night? And if
You
not,
guys keep on jumping out on me.
yeah, I had something I just had to address real quick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the post game last night where, first of all, that whole, I'm sure we're gonna get into that, but that whole 2-out play with the ball goes
Oh my
this
God.
way and Soto just lays on the floor, all that, it was just weird.
Walker standing over him.
That was awesome. I put that on the put it in the books page. But when Walker threw the ball and threw it to the right and it went into left field, what Todd Zeal, and I'm really liking Todd Zeal.
Oh,
in the postgame.
Marte?
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, Marte
And I was gonna
preemptively.
say Zeal wasn't even bad the couple days he filled in.
No, he's
this
doing
year.
well. I can see him,
Doing his
easing his
homework.
way in. But what Marte did was, as soon as he saw that there was going to be a play at second, he started running towards the
Yes.
first base and the foul line to back up that throw. And that's why we were able to throw out that second runner. I don't even know who the
Yes.
second runner is, but we were able to throw him out because Marte was there and ready, and he shot a McCann right back to Reyes. Wow.
Wow.
Right back to Lindor, who was covering third. Whoa, throwback. And we got the second out. I mean, the whole play was exciting and fun. It was like follies followed by fundies that covered the follies. So I mean, that's the best way to put it.
Terzio's Pat Mazeika. The guy, he can't get the ball out of the infield, and he's not. I'm not. But he's not McCann back there. But hey, nonetheless, hey, what's up, Phil? Phil Gordon. That's our first
up,
time
Phil?
I've seen that name. Welcome in. Appreciate you joining us.
Welcome to the show. buddy.
I don't know where Rodriguez went, but we can continue talking about the fundies. I had sent it over to him, but you got what you just said. Even like Nimmo slicing the ball down the left field line.
Right.
Guys are just going the other way. Pete goes the opposite field. Lindor will drive the ball to the gap in left center field. And McNeil is doing his thing. McNeil is cutting down on those uppercut swings that Rodriguez loves when he plays golf. But and then even on the defensive side of things, Pete is doing a solid job over there at first, and then when you got Dom in there, that really solidifies that over at first base.
I mean, let me ask you an honest question. Do you see a big difference? And I love Dom. I'm a Pete guy, but I love Dom too. And I'm not putting them against each other, but do you really see a big difference defensively when one is in over the other? Dom is a little better. I think he gets a little bit better jump on like those balls up the line and things like that. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't see much difference.
No, I think Dom is slightly ahead. I still think I think Pete had that one, and I'm not going to focus on just the one play, but he had a boneheaded play earlier in the year that I think
he did.
Dom would have been more natural for Dom, and that's not.
But if Dom plays enough or Pete, as much as Pete, he'll end up with a boneheaded play here and there too.
Oh, for sure. And his advantage is the left-handed. Getting the tag down. If you get the grounder to first base, the throw down to second base is easier with the left-hander.
Left-handed, yeah.
Yeah.
But the other thing with Pete is he's much bigger and taller. He catches those Lindor balls in the air.
Yeah. Yes. But then he's also got that stretch that I always think that he's going to snap his groin,
break his nuts, and be out for a month. Please, Lord.
Terzio, I don't know. I think that Buck just wants everybody to be prepared for everything. I saw that Cano thing, taking ground balls at first. I mean, we had McCann take ground balls at first. Was it last year? It's not a. I wouldn't read too much into it. We've got Mr. Rodriguez back.
If Dom gets hurt, Pete gets hurt. Now you only have one first baseman. So Can has talented enough. Somebody like McNeil's way too valuable to pull from second and outfield, and he can even play third. So it's a smart move to me. Cano's a good athlete. Great left fielder. I love watching Cano.
He's been good. So to the start, I mean, we were all saying, what do we got this Cano for? And I think he's gotten off to a good start to kind of shut us up a little bit. to start of the season. But Rodriguez, welcome back in. Tergio says, "Thank God the Mets never traded McNeil." Yeah, I really thought that they were going to, but thankfully they did not.
That'll be nuts.
Back to the fundamentals. The Mets are 4-2 since our last show. They took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies and the Nationals. What did you see during that road trip? Which the Fundies are even more important on the road trip. Keith brought up, that double play from yesterday as being part of it, but there's a whole lot more to it. And no, the rat rally, what is it? The rally rat had nothing to do with the Fundies.
I thought it was a raccoon.
So Rodriguez, talk to me about the Fundies.
Well, I mean, the fact that the team that we just played yesterday, they have 2 coaches on there that used to be on our coaching staff. The hitting coach and the third base coach used to be on our coaching staff. To me, enough said right there. That's part of the trash that we threw out already. You know, we got rid of that garbage that didn't help us win. You know, what's an ex-Skanky going to do? You know, and Gary DeSarcina. Oh, everybody loves Gary DeSarcina. He got us thrown out so many times at the plate.
Oh.
We used to get upset about it. But here's what it is. Buck made them do the Fundies. You got guys that want to do the Fundies. You got Marte. You got Nimmo, who's like a lapdog. He'll do whatever you tell him. He's like he's like what do you call those dogs that just run around like crazy in the orange? Labradors?
Why they got to be orange?
Because it's a Met show, Keith.
Oh, that's right. Oh, we're not talking about the Mets because there's orange there too.
But they are orange, those dogs. I don't know what the hell they are. They're goofy dogs anyway. The point is, these guys do whatever Buck wants, and Buck wants defense. Buck wants everybody to be able to play the Fundies. That's why he's got Cano learning first base. I would definitely put JD over first base if we were to lose. If we couldn't put the big Don Smith there, of course, or Pete. I would put JD Davis there. I'll leave Cano out in the outfield, and JD Davis can play first base. If he can play third base, he can play first base. All you have to do is scoop and have quick reflexes. He can play first base. So that's what I would do. But Buck. It starts there, dudes, man. It's really turned the team around. I mean, have you watched his interviews? He's easy. He has no problems joking around even after a loss. He'll say whatever he wants to say. Nobody questions him. He has power over this team. He has that too,
sure.
Right on top of everybody's head, plastered. His nut is on top of that team, man. I'll tell you what.
Which is what we needed.
Which is what we needed. We needed a guy to take command and make sure that, that we did what we had to do. And that was play defense, beat the other team. You beat the other team by keep going at them. Our offense has changed, guys. You guys know this. Remember how our offense was everybody trying to hit a home run?
We had the best average in baseball.
Or Pete Alonso. Now, we either get on base by a walk or we get on base by a hit. Or we get hit by a ball. Look at that.
That's inspirational.
Do it, Keith. Do it. He's gonna start Fwakataing everybody.
I like how my eyes got all glowy when I did.
That was just all great right there.
It didn't work this time.
Inspirational speech from Rodriguez. The music goes, your eyes start glowing.
No, but Rodriguez, you hit the nail on the head, right? It's what any observant Met fan is feeling right now, that we are just a different team. And I know that's been thrown out there a lot, but it's not to be taken lightly. We are a different team where we have a different approach. And the biggest thing for me, and it's one of the biggest things I've complained about since the show started, is Fundies with the bat in your hand, bunting, hitting them where they ain't.
Hey, we're trying to bunt now. We're trying to bunt now.
Right.
Yeah.
And how many times over the last several years, not just me, all of us, right? But it drove me nuts personally that I would see this a perfect bunting situation and we'd be swinging away. They're shifting and we're hitting into the shift. And it's just not going that way anymore. Even Pete is going opposite field with some hits. And Pete is a talented hitter. He showed that in the minors. But when he came up here, he got home run happy. He hit all those home runs, and he wanted to continue that. But the presence of the new coaching staff, the presence of Buck Showalter, to your point, Rodriguez, has redirected all these folks to play as a team. play as setting up the next batter to succeed, play as trying to score a run, not hitting a home run.
Pushing the
And
envelope.
it's not in the now. It's not in the now, though, guys, right? It's in for the future, because what he's teaching these kids right now is how to be a professional ball player. Like you said, Keith, making the polar bear into a hitter, helping him become that guy that he needs
He's
to be.
talented.
Because
The kid is
when
talented, man.
you can't be a 250 hitter, hit 35 home runs, and have a 20-year career in the majors. You can, but do you want to be that 250 hitter? I'd rather be a 290 hitter and hit 30 home runs. And
You know what?
To me, it's better.
If he
because you're
drives
on
in
base
120 runs, he could hit 250. But
He
naturally,
can't,
if you're
though.
hitting
But that's
250,
the
you're
whole
not
thing.
gonna. Yeah, right.
You're not going to
Agreed.
drive those runs in. 280,
Correct.
290 gets those runs in, and that's his
Correct.
job. So he's
Yeah.
helping everybody become a better ball player, man. And
Buck's the man.
I'm telling you, right now he is the man. He's making all the right calls, and they gave him a good team to play with. You know.
But
Say it
let's.
again.
I mean, obviously, all the way up to the ownership credit, because eating a Cano contract, Epler bringing in all these
That's
different
balls.
veteran role
That is
players to
balls.
show the other players like Max and Conha and even Escobar, even though he's struggling right now and people are bitching about him. But these guys all are teaching the rest of the team um, a whole different approach than we have seen on these Mets in probably since 2000. And I'm loving it.
I would
McDonald's, you owe us
to the
money.
people to the people that get that, you know, that are like, oh, Escobar is not hitting now, we need him to hit, and this and that. Think about the last few years, and when we've literally said the whole damn lineup is slumping, nobody's hitting over 240 in the lineup. You know, these are things that we've talked about year after year. I'm okay with Escobar struggling right now because it's not the whole damn team. It's not right.
but-
We can live with no Escobar hitting or McCann not hitting,
But
and
he
still
gets
be
on
22
base,
and
though.
11. Right?
Yeah,
He gets
and
on base.
Does he get on
it's
base?
not the whole
Yes.
damn team, because the whole damn team is taking the same approach and not just going up there hacking. We
Right.
are running up pitch counts. We are aiming for base hits with runners on,
Pressure.
not home runs.
Pressure.
Yeah,
Pressure.
right. Because
Taking the next
I mean, we
base.
all
It's
know
That would
everything.
have
this.
been a good song.
And this is like one of those typical comments, and it's the obvious call out. But the truth is, when we get runners in scoring positions, we're slapping base hits, we're taking pitches. It puts pressure on the opposing team, and when you put pressure on teams, they screw up.
Yeah.
Not always, but other teams will have a tendency to screw up if you're putting the screws to them a little bit. It is what it is. And the
Even
Mets
not
are doing
hitting.
that.
We didn't hit the last game. We really didn't hit. And we had, what would he get, like 5 hits?
Yeah, but we had key hits and key
But
plays.
we had key hits, and we got guys on base via walk. We put pressure on them in almost every inning.
We
And
had
then our
Taiwan
pitcher-
Walker
Nice.
give the shoulder to Soto. Get
And
down
yeah, I
there.
won. Oh, here we go.
It's nice
Hey,
not
that would have
to-
been a nice brawl, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Taiwan's a big
Oof.
dude too, man.
Mhm.
Soto, but listen, but you know, I have so much respect for Soto, except when he plays against us. But he's such a talented kid. But he made a real boring play yesterday running, and then he just laid on the floor, stretched out. I don't know what he did. It's like he positioned himself to have the ultimate stretch with his hands out. What was going on there? I have no idea.
He
Why
was
do you
trying
try
to
to
run
slide?
into Yaiwan. He had to try to run into Yaiwan.
Right,
'cause
but
he was
Yaiwan
out
had the
to
ball,
get the.
and then he tried to call
You got to try it. You got to
interference.
try.
And then they try to say,
He had
"Oh, it was interference."
No, he had the ball way before you were there. He stepped forward because he's a pitcher, and he don't know how to do that at the base tag. So he stepped forward before you got there and tagged your ass out. Get over
Well, it's
it.
a
You
rundown,
lost.
so he should step for, you know, he
If it
should
was
run at him.
Escobar
This
would
is
have
not a.
stand there and put his glove in front of third base. Yeah, one's a pitcher, so
I
he
hope
just
not,
went towards him
because
and
there was a
tagged him out.
rundown with a guy going to second. So I hope Escobar would have stepped up
But it was
also.
maybe, but it was
They
quick.
played that
because-
well, and everyone
Remember,
got
because
involved.
Walker
and
threw it in
that's
the
what
right
you
field,
need.
and
Mhm.
then Marte backed up like a good Fundy guy that he is.
Like he's supposed
Let's
to.
get Tomas Nido. Buck Showalter just said that he is the everyday catcher going forward. I hope it's not Mazika.
George says Mets.
Send it
Soto
to
will
me,
be a Met in a
Terzio.
couple years.
Send it to me.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'll take them.
some
I'll
of-
take them. That'll
Some
be a
of us
championship bobblehead.
appreciate. Some of us appreciate great defensive catchers.
No.
All right, so 10 series to start the year. We
He
have not
doesn't.
lost a series yet.
No, I do.
No, not
have
you.
not.
This the guy, Mr. Nut.
Oh, the guy behind the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't appreciate that. So McCann out for 6 weeks. Rodriguez as a pitcher. You lose your defensive-minded catcher, blocker, McCann, back there. How does this staff? Because he was going to catch tonight for Scherzer. How does this staff? Not to say that Nito is awful at calling a game, but he's not
Nito,
as good. So what
well,
as a pitcher, what do you feel when you lose your catcher for 6 weeks?
it kind of sucks a little bit. It kind of sucks if it's your starting catcher. But however, Nito is a good catcher. I mean, he's a good defensive catcher. He doesn't have the arm that McCann has. That's why his name is McCann.
Hmm.
I mean, he's just a notch below. But we need a defensive catcher that calls a good game. We have two of them. Okay, one went down, the other one can step up.
Hey, Dom.
You know, I'm not worried about McCann. I'm not worried about Nito hitting because he's not going to. So it doesn't matter. Call a good game, catch behind the plate, throw guys out as best you can, and hold down the fort until McCann comes back. Or if he's not going to come back, we make a trade or whatever for somebody that might take your place. You know, I wouldn't trade for a backup catcher. That's for sure. I wouldn't trade for a backup catcher, but I definitely trade for a starter if McCann's going to be out. You know, I might even trade McCann, Terzio, you know, producer Joe. They might love that.
They'll love it.
Even trade McCann. Whoever's got to go, it's got to go. But I think we're going to be fine. It seems like Nito is good with Scherzer. He's already pitched to him, and he's caught everybody else on the squad, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I don't have any issues with
I'd be worried with Mazika. I'd be worried with Patrick Mazika catching. That would bother me. If he gets any start.
He was a starting catcher for a little bit last year. That's how depleted our,
Here's what I'm saying. If he gets any starts, let him get a start with the lefty, Peterson. Because Peterson has pitched to him in the minors, and they got a little thing going. They know each other. If he's going to get a start, and and let Peterson come up, get the start with him, and that'll make a good combination, a much better combination than him trying to catch Scherzer.
Well, let Scherzer can catch Scherzer, and Scherzer can hold the little button to tell him what he's going to throw him.
Scherzer will run from the mound and drop kick him in the head. Okay. To get him out the game. So.
All right, so excuse me. Obviously we mentioned this a little bit before, but and then Keith and I kind of touched on it while you went out for a bit to go get some light snacks.
Technical difficulties.
Dom and we talked about first base, but Dom and JD obviously are going to get more playing time with Cano out. So Dom had those few big hit games, right? He had a 4-hit game. Now he's struggling again. How much, Keith, for the Dom side of this, how much do you want to? I mean, it's still obviously very early on, but do you just do it as a straight platoon when either Dom or JD are playing? Dom versus the righties, JD versus the lefties?
That could work. I think I would like to see JD getting some more DH time. JD has a bat, and I was actually reading something on him today that he has been hitting the ball harder than most people in the majors. But he's just hitting into outs right now. So if somebody's hitting the ball that hard, I think one out he had an exit velocity of 126 point something insane. And if you're hitting the ball that hard, eventually you're going to break through. He's making contact. He's just got to get a little bit more control, a little bit of luck and a little bit more control. But I definitely would like to see JD get a little bit more DH time, which does put Dom on the outs. I think that JD has more potential to have an offensive impact, and people might argue with me on that. But it is what it is. I mean, Dom had...
And he hasn't been awful in the field either.
JD actually looked okay in the field. It was one game he came in. I thought it was Escobar for a second. I was like, wow, he made a nice throw and play. Yeah, he's he's been working on his game, but
His arm has always been there. It's been that,
it's
hey, let me tap the glove 17 times.
yeah, it's the yippity yips. I love Dom, but that's just my take on it for now. If Dom
And
proves different,
George
then so be it.
George in the comments. Well, first, Terzio said, as a kid growing up, the catcher's position was always a power threat. Ask Gary Carter. But really, if you look at the history of the position, there's
No.
not. I mean, it's not. It's
No.
It's
Piazza.
very few and
Bench.
far in between.
It's Carter. It's these
Until late
guys.
90s, mid 90s, shortstop was always a defensive position, never
Yeah.
an offensive
Kevin
position.
Elster.
And catcher, right? And catcher, Santana, and catcher even to this day, Ray Ordonez is still more of a defensive position, right? You have a lot. I mean, you have your, and I'm sorry, my fans, but you have your Posadas, who's a great hitter. You have your Piazzas, of course, who's a great hitter. You have your Carters. There's a lot of great catcher hitters, and maybe that's what's sticking in your head. But the majority of catchers are not the best hitters. They're usually mediocre at best, and their concentration is more on calling the game and being the general kind of on the field, right? Making sure the pitcher's comfortable. The
They're
pitchers,
working with the pitchers. If
They're-
they're good defensive
they're
catcher,
involved
they're
in
working with it
every single
consistently.
pitch of the game,
Listen,
literally.
it's the hardest job on the field. Okay,
Right.
because if you're a catcher, because
Tools
you're
of
involved
ignorance.
you're involved in everything, and at any given time, there may be 5 solid offensive catchers in the league. Everybody else is pretty much a defensive catcher. Maybe 5. Like Keith said, is 100% right. You're thinking of all the catchers forever. That doesn't mean not all of them in 1 year. They all didn't play 1 year.
Yeah.
But when we're gonna be fine with the catchers, we're gonna be fine. And the thing with JD is, like, I'll say this real quick. The JD Dom Smith thing, Dom Smith should be the main guy, the main DH, because most of the pitchers that we're gonna face are righties. When there's a lefty pitcher, 100% JD fills in. At the same time, you got to give Cano, you got to give Marte time off, because if you notice, Marte starts not to hit the ball as hard if he's playing too many days in a row and he's trying to steal bases. Give him a break. JD can play right field. JD can play left field. Cano, if he's hot, let him play. But JD, bring him into the field a little bit. Give Escobar a chance. Give Escobar a break. Let him play third for an inning or two, or a game or two. But I'm not worried about it. If Buck keeps
And
saying
Buck we trust.
it's us, he goes, it's our fault if we can't get these guys ready or have them ready when I need them or have them playing. So he's very well aware. He's very well aware of the situation. So I'm not worried about it.
It's a bit of a tongue twister at it.
A little bit, right?
All right.
See,
right.
Dom gets it. That's why we will miss McCann. He was that type of a guy. Yeah, he will be missed.
I love
behind the plate in 6 weeks.
McCann, although I was expecting more offensively from him, and I know some of us on the Put It in the Books show crew, one person in particular, is not a big fan of him, but I love him. I mean, the guy just throws people out of second like no Met I've ever seen. Hardly any balls get past him. He calls a great game. He's just a general on that field.
Oh, did you guys hear?
He's doing crickets. Producer Joe's doing crickets because he.
Did you guys hear that John
but-
Stearns is in hospice?
Yeah, I did.
No.
John Stearns.
When did that come out today?
No,
What's
a
going
couple
on
days
this year?
ago.
I saw it a few days ago that
Guinness?
he's in hospice or what's the other thing?
Urgent care or not urgent care?
No, like before when you're like getting ready to pass on.
Yeah, hospice.
Is it hospice? Okay, yeah, it's hospice. Okay. Yeah, it's a shame, man.
Palliative.
He was the guy that ran the fantasy league, the Mets fantasy camp when I
Right.
went there.
Fantasy camp.
He was running the whole thing, and he looked great, man. He was running around. He looked strong as a bull. Like, holy crap. Sad.
Yeah,
anyway,
cheers.
I'm sorry. We were talking about catches. It
Well,
just
raise
popped
your
in my
glass.
head. Cheers. Blessings
Cheers. Ugh. Terrible.
to John Stearns.
And then as far as catchers concerned, too, there's only 7 catchers in Major League history to hit over 300 home runs, and Piazza, Fisk, Bench, Berra, Parrish, Rodriguez, and Carter. That's it in the history of the
Don't
game.
embarrass
It's not
me.
a.
Don't embarrass me. Don't talk about.
What do you
me like
mean?
that.
What do you
You
mean?
said I hit 300 home runs.
Oh, there was a Rodriguez. Yeah, that's. I think that might be Pudge.
Oh, the steroids user. Yeah, that's why he hit 300.
And he was a real speed demon too. He's got the most stolen bases ever by a catcher with
John
127.
Stearns was the fastest catcher I ever seen. John Stearns could steal bases like nothing. I'm so sad now.
He's not on this list for the power. All right, well, let's move
Making
on to
us sad,
something.
Farace.
Something better here. We've got a homestand coming up, which
Mhm.
begins in just about 25 minutes or so. We'll take you up to right about 7 o'clock here. Upcoming homestand, obviously, we mentioned at the very forefront of this show is with the Mariners, the Kellenic-less Mariners. But let's go through here and see what's going on here as far as the pitching matchups are concerned for this series. I've got them right here. Scherzer goes tonight, obviously. The man, Mad Max, 4-1, a 2.92 ERA, and he goes against some joker. His name is Gonzalez. He's 1-4 with a 3.91 ERA. The Mariners got off to a nice start, guys, but they are now 14-18. Obviously, the Mets are 22-11. Tomorrow night, another night game, 7:10. The Bassett Dog, the Bassett Hound, 4-2, 2.45 ERA. And this is where we might chip up a little bit, guys. The guy who's pitching is making his major league debut. And you know what rookies do to us. And
That's
he's actually one of the, I think he's like a top 7 prospect in all of baseball. So he makes his major league debut tomorrow. Kirby is his last name. And then on Sunday, to wrap it up, 140, Cookie Carrasco, 3-1, a 3.19 ERA, takes the hill against last year's American League Cy Young Award winner, Robbie Ray, who is 3-3 with a 4.22 ERA now after winning the Cy Young last year. So
hold on. We got to stop for a second.
Yes, timeout. He's going to stat us up.
The whole entire first time major league debut pitcher curse. Fwakata.
Very nice.
Well done.
Carry on.
Listen, you might have to scream really loud. The last time that a
because that
was throwing a hitter, we were in attendance.
Like Bruce Lee wasn't
Keith's
the
voice
man in the
was
world,
heard
but
from the 20th row behind home
Bruce Lee
plate until
he felt like the strongest man in the world. So that was a Bruce Lee Fwakata.
Okay.
I like it. I like.
Don't laugh at
mid...
my anal algae.
Boy.
Exactly what it is. That's why I laugh.
All right, so Rodriguez, what do we got going on for this weekend? Mets, Mariners, 3-game set. What do you think?
2 out of 3 for sure. Because
that's a Saturday game, right?
I'm expecting that loss. If we don't lose that game, it's really proving to me that we're a different team totally.
Yes.
Because if we don't lose that game, I expect to win tonight, and I expect to win with Cookie. Even though Robbie Ray's a decent pitcher, but I think we'll get to him. I don't expect that rookie win, though. I don't expect it. 2 out of 3 for sure on that.
Tough.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, I don't know why. I just read this right before we came on. The Josh Lewin Mets in the Morning is on pause.
Yeah, where was the show this morning?
He tweeted it. He tweeted out this morning. He said the team has asked me to pause the podcast. Did he say something weird or wrong? I haven't listened the last couple of days, but
I didn't listen to the loss, but I listened after every win, and after every win, he hasn't said anything wrong.
I can't listen after a loss, right?
Right, because it's like,
well, Go back and do some research, Farace. Investigative journalism.
Look, he tweeted out, "My apologies, Mets in the morning diehards. I've been asked by the team to pause the daily podcast project for now, but I'm confident we'll be resuming in some form soon. I really appreciate the love from you guys for the show and the team itself. Let's go Mets."
Maybe they are creating something as an organization.
Dun dun.
He'll resume it. He'll resume it at home. He's not gonna have his own podcast because he's gonna get fired. Bye, Jack. Good guy.
Terzio is calling a sweep, 4-1 tonight, 5-3 tomorrow, Sunday 3-1. Actually, he didn't say who's going to win. 4-1. He just said scores. I'm assuming it's the sweep for the good guys. But Keith, what do you got?
I want to just start off with how dare you, Rodriguez, doubt the Fwakata power. We're going for the sweep, baby. We're going to win today. We're going to win tomorrow. And we're going to win Sunday, baby. Sweep them bitches out of town. Seattle, Fwakata. That's what we're going to do. We're going to sweep.
Hello.
You know, and I haven't called a sweep at all this year. I said series win every time. As a matter of fact, I even called one series loss in the West Coast trip, and I was wrong. But this time I'm right.
So you were wrong all the other times.
What was the West Coast trip? I forgot.
Right.
No, I was
don't even remember
right on every series except one.
Okay.
That one series I thought we were going to lose. Who did we play? I got to go
Arizona?
back. But no, I knew we were going to take Arizona. Who did we play after Arizona? Was it?
It was right after Arizona, right?
San Francisco.
No, we played San Francisco at home.
I was right in every series.
Either way, somewhere in the West Coast, I thought we were going to
Producer
win.
Joe, check the videotape on that.
Oh, it was St. Louis. I said we're going to win 2 out of 4 in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis, yes.
Yeah, we were going to win 2 out of 4, which isn't a loss, but it's a series tie. But in this particular case, I am calling my first sweep of the year. We are sweeping the Mariners back to Seattle, and they can all sit in that freaking stupid tower in that cloudy-ass, rainy crap city. Get out.
Yeah. Dom is chiming in on the comment saying John Stern is in a live-in care facility battling a disease. He's 70 and he's out in Denver.
He's 70? Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
that makes
man.
sense.
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, and then he also says the Mets are going to sweep, and by next Wednesday, Joe Girardi will be out of a job. Didn't they blow another 7-run lead in like the late innings to the Dodgers last night? I think they were up like 8-1 or something. Exactly. That's what I was saying during that.
Was that R2D2 I just heard?
Somebody crashed. I'm going to go 2 out of 3. I'm not confident with the rookie tomorrow. I'm not that I don't trust your Fwakata
power.
I don't
How
doubt the
dare
Fwakata.
you?
I don't doubt
you are.
it.
Obviously you are because you're calling a loss. Let me see. Hold on. Your balance is off. You're not level.
He has that in his pocket, by the way.
He's ready to take it out at any time. He just whips it out. Yeah.
Why would he use a tape measure when he has a stick he can stick in his pocket?
Ooh, a stick.
All right, quick anecdote. Speaking of whipping it out, I had a call today at work, and I was explaining my toothache issue I had earlier, and one person said, "Oh yeah, I've had a lot of fun with my mouth."
Oh, what?
You!
And I couldn't help myself. It was at a professional call, and I just went, "Wow." I couldn't help myself. I mean, wow. Think about it. Hear the words in your head before you spill them out. But anyway, maybe I should take my own advice. But anyway.
But the thing with that is, Keith, you listen to some of these broadcasts and they say the weirdest things about balls and sticks and hard.
I know.
And
oh my God!
Like, is my head screwed up, or is this really happening? Like, what's happening?
It's us. You're not us. It's you. You're immature.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hello,
I never want to grow up.
Joe says 2 out of 3 also.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever, Joe.
Thursday, I will.
Screw you too. Screw all 3 of you.
No, I believe in the Fwakata. I've seen the Fwakata work, but
I think the Fwakata.
I'm a Mets fan.
I think the Fwakata. I would believe this Fwakata more. I still believe it, but I would believe it 100% if it was a live Fwakata, because I've seen it work live. Okay, like dead on live. It ruined the kids' game, and we ended up winning. And
You're
beating them.
throwing a
That
no
was the
hitter.
best.
Yeah, so you got to send out. You got to do some videos tomorrow during the game, especially if the Mets don't have a hit by like the third
Fwakata,
inning.
man.
You
How
gotta
did you
start
not
Fwakata.
think to record that moment when I was yelling at that kid? We were just having
Because
too much fun.
Oh
were
yeah,
having fun.
We were having a
we
blast.
were
But in
sending Brian
hindsight, I
Homstock's
wish
middle fingers.
I wish we blasted that out because it would have been really cool to put up on the site. But anyway,
All you got to do is find the game. Keith, remember, we could hear you.
Look at there's
There was 3,000 people there, guys.
Yeah.
You could hear him in the on the video game. You know, the video.
John. You're
my
damn right,
favorite
John.
was the Marlins fan going, "Shut up," and me going, "Make me."
Yeah, and then they probably got all angry and then looked at you and like, all right, no, not tonight.
Yeah, and then Keith stood up and they said, "Wait a minute, I'm gonna get a cup of Joe."
And he's with like 2 or 3 other guys. No, we'll probably stop.
Here's a little bit of breaking news from Frank Terzio. He says my ex-wife loves bats and balls. Wait, I don't know why is he? Wait, why is he offering?
Because of my hair.
offering Keith wig? You know that we got a copyright hit for that last week.
I guess
Did
we
we
got
really?
another one.
Because Frank,
petty
we could have
people out
been
there.
so good together.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Frank wants to dress you up. I don't know.
Joe, you killed it with the sound effects today. Cut it out.
I love that one.
I am. Oh, I didn't see the lineup until just now for some reason, but here it is. Just in case you guys have also not seen it, since we are the pregame show, we got a few more minutes left.
Let me guess. Hold on.
Yes,
Batting
who's
first.
leading off?
Brandon Nimmo.
Yes, batting set. You're looking down. Look at you, you
No,
cheating
look.
bastard. You
Batting
done-
second, Marte.
Yes.
No, my phone's off. Look.
Yeah.
Batting
He's
third,
such
Francisco
a liar.
Lindor.
He's such a liar.
Batting fourth,
Close your eyes. Close your eyes.
Alonso.
Yes.
Oh, you stop looking to the side. Close your eyes.
No.
This is where it gets rough. Batting fifth.
Look it up again.
Batting fifth.
Close your eyes.
Who's DHing? Batting fifth. Who's DHing? Dominic Smith.
Negative.
Okay. Well, I got the first 4.
Nice. That was awesome. Prepared. All right. So you got the first 4 right. Batting fifth at third base, Eduardo Escobar. Batting sixth is in left field, Marcana. Batting
I'm gonna
seventh.
have to put my switch
Second
on tonight and
base,
start
Jeff
playing
McNeil.
Nintendo, jerk.
Batting eighth at DH, JD Davis. And at catcher,
Little late. on that,
Tomas
JD.
Nido.
Ooh. Wah, wah.
And obviously, and the Mets have the player to watch is Escobar. I think he got a hit. Did he get a hit yesterday? Maybe he's got to start turning it around.
don't think
he was
Escobar
like
played
0 for his last
yesterday.
18 before that one.
Wait, you're missing somebody, aren't you? Didn't you say batting eighth, Nido, and who's batting ninth?
No, Nido's batting ninth.
Oh, Nido's batting ninth. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's Canha batting?
Sixth, seventh.
He's out.
Kana is batting sixth.
Sixth.
So
Get a big game. Big game.
Yeah, hell yeah. And did you hear his the Gelb story with him? He said that he knew that this was not a sustainable start for him. So he went and started looking at pitches and made some adjustments beforehand, proactively. And that's what he is attributing to him being able to continue on with this nice start. I guess he's never gotten off to this start before. He's never batted 300 before. So that's why maybe you look at yourself in the mirror and say, wow, this is different. What do I need to do to continue and maintain this? Before the pitchers get ahead of me.
He has a nice approach to the whole everything he does. And even in the field, I mean, when the ball's hit his direction, like you have no worry. He's
like, remember Kevin McReynolds?
I was thinking about that, Rodriguez. It's funny you said that. He reminds me a little bit of Kevin Mack with a little less power.
That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah.
That's what
He's our left fielder. He's
our left fielder. Kevin Mack,
Kevin Mack in the left. Did we pick him as our top Left fielder
that's
in
what I
Mets
just said.
history.
Yeah,
Oh, you
I
did?
did.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, maybe you should listen to the show sometimes, Keith.
What show are we on again?
I haven't
This
said that
is
since
A- is
so
this A
long
to
to
Z?
you. I haven't said that in such a long time.
This is the A to Z show, right?
He's been
Yeah.
paying attention lately, you know.
If it's
That's
not-
what
He
he's
has
been
been. I haven't had to
saying.
say a word. All right. The
As a matter of
second
fact, A to Z show, real quick. If you have not, you should watch it. Today's their 50th episode, right? It's right after the
50th.
show.
coming up at right about 8:15.
Yep.
And then the next series after that, we welcome in the Cardinals. You know, we visited their house. We're gonna welcome them in. You know, nothing happened last series. Nothing got out of control or nothing.
Oh,
Joe,
no.
where's your
Deal.
Mike Tyson Punch Out song?
It wasn't a big
No.
deal. But
We
that's
are
a
going
4-game
after them.
set. This is a pretty good size series for
Big
the Mets
time,
early
yeah.
on. 4-game set with a professional team like the Cardinals coming in. I don't think we've got any of our guys set for that series as far as pitching is concerned. Monday, Mike Mikolas will pitch. He's 3-1. He seems to be healthy and back to a couple years ago, 3-1 with a 1.49 ERA. We're at TBD, and so is St. Louis for the rest of that series. So can't really go into too much detail on the pitching matchups, but we know the Cardinals, we know the Mets. Where do you think this is possibly a Splitsville thing, Keith, or do you want to predict us to lose this series too?
What do you mean two? What series
Against
did
the
I predict
Cardinals.
to lose? I predicted
Against
to
the Cardinals.
tie. I predicted to tie a series. I didn't predict to lose.
The Cardinals series, a 3-game series. How did you predict the tie?
But you said again. Originally, it was a 4-game series, which I predicted a split. So it would not be again.
I think it was a 4-game series.
If I
Keith is
predicted
right.
to lose, it would be the first time I predicted that.
Oh,
So let's.
so I'll go back 20 minutes when you said that you picked something wrong, and that was the Cardinals
Right.
series.
Correct, which was a 4-game series.
No.
Yeah.
Are you guys done? Can he predict his thing?
I'm
Stop
done.
picking on him.
I'm right.
Mets are gonna take 2 out of 3 against the Cards.
Mets but it's a 4-game series.
Mets are gonna take 2 out of 3 against the Cards.
The Mets took 2 out of 3 against the Cardinals back in April.
You literally just said, we can go back now 30 seconds. You just said, but it's a 3-game series.
No, I said the
Oh,
previous series was a
that's how
3-game
I feel,
series where you
producer Joe.
predicted that the Mets were going to lose 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals, and you were wrong. So do you want to predict this one wrong too?
Wow. All right.
What an angry little guy.
I know. Enough of the end.
Wow.
Yes.
What do you mean? I'm just
I did
correct.
predict wrong on the original Cardinal series. I'm just messing with you. And this particular series,
I know.
I am predicting the Mets. I am predicting the Mets to win 2 games.
So Splitsville,
and we're gonna sweep it.
So we go 5-2 on the
Correct.
on the stand, the home stand. Rodriguez, what you got? Let's go Rangers, Terzio.
Let's
Sneak
go,
that in
let's
before
go.
Keith yells at me.
Let's go.
4-game set.
4-game set. We don't know the pitching, so I'm gonna have
Terzio
to
is
go-
the water
I'm
boy
gonna
for
have
the
to go Splitsville.
Rockford Peaches, says Tim Tabala.
Terzio is the water boy for that little blonde kid that got it. They hate him.
Remember,
That's terrible.
he threw the glove at him, right?
Yeah,
Tom
yeah,
Hanks
yeah.
did.
He
threw the
was
glove
so
at the little
annoying,
kid.
that little kid.
Producer Joe from back there, he says the Mets are going to take 3 out of 4. So, 3 out of 4. So it was 5-2 for you also. I say we split. Me and Rodriguez are calling for a 4-3 homestand. Not great. You don't love it, but it's not a series.
No, you don't. Well, the only reason because of the Mariners, right? Seattle. I mean, but we could always,
rookie.
like Keith said, we could always win 3 out of 4, man. From the Cards, we can win 3 out of 4 from the Cards. We can. Just depends who's pitching, but we don't know, dude. It's hard to make a prediction that way.
It is. All right. And as we head out here, I just want to go really quick, or do I? Because I don't see it. Where is this thing? Okay.
That's what she said.
So the Mets right now in the National League East, they hold a 6.5 game lead over Atlanta and Philadelphia. 7 over my definitely not enough. I want 15. Washington
30.
has a reversed record as us, 11-22, 11 games out. There are some really bad teams out there. The Reds at 8-24, the Cubs at 11-19. The National League West, everybody's over 500. The American League East it's the Yankees leading that by 4.5. Minnesota with the White Sox injury ridden, 18-14. White Sox 2 games out, and then the Angels sizzling hot out there in the West, but so are the Astros, who have won 10 straight. So they now match our record at 21-11.
And the Angels just recently threw a real no-hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. What's up with that? What's up with this guy?
That was a dig, and he backed out of it real quick because
Come on.
he knew New York fans would lambast him to the point where he couldn't handle it and he'd have to drop on social media.
He didn't mean nothing by it, Keith.
Come on, dude. He put it in
No.
quotations, real no-hitter.
No,
It was a
Whatever.
real no-hitter.
Dude, yeah, now he's less respected by anyone. I'll tell you right now,
I can't.
That dude deserves nothing. They should cut his hair because his little bald
Wow.
head all the way on here. Cut it all off, you big-headed goofus, Magoo-looking son of a. Go home. Go home. Go.
And you know what? I personally
I
have
want
already removed
Rodriguez.
his
I want you
Thor
to tell
hammer.
us what you really think.
I removed his Thor hammer and I replaced it
let
with a
me think a little
whack-a-mole
more.
hammer.
Oh, absolutely. Whack-a-Noah. Jerk.
Producer Joe says no different than the shit he did when he was a Met. It's the shit
Frankenstein.
he does.
Well, yeah.
Except
that-
Yeah,
that's
so
a-
then
that's a
own
topic
up to
for-
it like a man. Be a man and say, yeah, I said it. So what?
Right, exactly.
Terzio's got some
that's
not
the
nice things
problem.
to say about Noah.
What Joe said, that's a topic we've covered, and probably another topic for another show of how the Mets cleaned up all that
You know.
noise, we'll call it noise in the clubhouse. Mets,
Dude, it's okay for him to have fun, but okay, he said that. So just say, yeah, I said it. I was just throwing a dig at you guys. Whatever. Be a man.
sometimes it's
you're
hard to
6
concentrate with too much noise, and he creates a lot of it sometimes.
Oh, his big Magoo looking. It's not Magoo who I'm looking for. Gazoo. The great Gazoo. That's what he
Gazoo.
reminds me of. His big old.
I have no
freaking
idea what that
noggin
is.
Like that. I know.
You don't know who the Great Gazoo is?
Ask Terzio.
Wait, maybe I do. Maybe I
Terzio
just don't
knows.
know.
Yeah, like
Dun,
have you
dun.
not watched
Dun,
Flintstones
dun.
growing up? I mean, were you that deprived?
Oh, okay. I just didn't know his name. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Alright,
Of
alright.
course I
We'll
know
call him
the Great
Mitzelplex.
Gazoo.
How about that? You know who Mitzelplex is?
I like the Great
So
Gazoo.
quick.
He first appeared on the show on October 29th, 1965.
Ooh, nice to know.
All right. 7:06. We got 4 minutes
He's a
before
Yankee
game
fan.
time. Let's go quickly around his. He's got to be. Look at him. He's got to be. a Yankee fan.
Gazoo. Great
All right,
Gazoo, Yankee fan.
Let's go quickly here. Phil, let's do this, Matt. Sweep Seattle. Yes, I agree with you. Any closing remarks?
Yeah.
Let's hit Keith first.
No, just well, actually, yes. Again, Fwakata to the stupid major league debut pitcher crap, and we're gonna win 2 games out of this 3-game series that lasts 4. Let's go, Mets.
I thought you were switching your Mariners prediction. Oh, Rodriguez, got anything for us, please?
Perfect sense. Hey, good luck, Mets. We're taking 2 out of 3 from Seattle, at least, if not sweeping them. And we're split with the whatever they're called.
You
And
can't
we're gonna
split
have a
3
fight.
games even.
Actually, we're angry with them. Actually, I want us to have a
We
good
fighting.
fight. So we're fighting. So somebody's gonna get hit. Somebody's gonna fight. As long as Wainwright stays out of it, because he was really big. He's like the biggest guy on that team. Wainwright.
He's injured. He's on the
He's
IL right
still
now.
got
Is he?
What is it? COVID though, right?
I think it's COVID, yeah.
Cocaine? Was he doing
Yeah.
cocaine? Oh, not cocaine.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he's cocaine.
COVID.
He's cocaine right now.
He is
He's
cocaine.
cocained out. He is cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
Amazing.
I have him on my fantasy team. Okay, yeah, of course.
I know.
And then
I met
Kershaw,
up with him. I met up
Kershaw
with him.
got
We did
hurt.
an 8-ball together
That's your
just to get him on
fantasy.
the IL. I don't do that, by the way. Just as a joke.
No,
Just-
no.
All right.
Good luck, Mets. Let's go, Mets.
Let's go, Mets. Producer Joe, you have
There's
anything back
something, I'll
there?
say there's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
I'll say
That's true.
I'll say, listen
I
here,
say,
boy.
I say, yep. What's his
Foghorn
name?
is right.
Foghorn
Foghorn
Leghorn.
Leghorn.
Right.
All right. Tim says, grab a chocolate babka and watch the A to Z program with me and that other guy. Chocolate babka. Great Seinfeld reference there. Terzia says the Cleveland Guardians, all the coaches and the manager have COVID-19. All the coaches and jeez.
Wow.
Oh wait, is
Is
that
that still
climbing
Tito?
the Empire State Building tonight?
They're
Timmy climbing the
a
Empire
little
State Building?
friendly team, aren't they? They're very friendly, aren't they?
They're very
How do
close.
all
Tim
of
is
them
gonna get
have
drunk
it?
and climb the Empire State
Wow.
Building on the A to Z show.
Kinda
That's what I
creepy.
think.
Who's doing that,
Timmy's-
Timmy?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gonna climb the Empire
climbing the
State Building
Empire?
tonight. If you see that, you see it on TV, late breaking news onto, whatever news channel.
While
you
you're
watch.
watching the Met game, tune into the A to Z show on your phone.
Yes.
Oh,
Giolito
has COVID too. Lucas Giolito on the White Sox, right? Is it?
There's a lot of COVID going around now.
So aren't
Yeah,
the
but
White
I
Sox
think-
playing the Yankees?
Yes.
Just saying.
Oh boy, here we go.
I think with a lot of the vaccination and the boosters,
Aaron
unless
Judge.
the COVID has had a lot less impact in terms of health, thankfully.
How many days? And yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, and severity of it, and
Right.
all that,
Yeah.
all that goodness. All right, so that'll do it for us today. Coming up in about an hour, the 50th episode of the A to Z program. Eric Zant, Timmy T will hit you live, and you have no idea what guests and surprises that they have in store for all of us tonight. So that's at 8:15. And then just a ton of different shows throughout the week. The 00 Deep Dive is continuing. Empire 161 is still going. We got the Just Too Sweet show come back on Tuesday. Granny's Peach Tea. Am I on the Air? Brand new show. The Daily Dribble. Brand new show. Skyline Reviews. Brand new show for Disney lovers. So all that stuff. Lots of contests going up on the site for big movies. We're talking about Jurassic World. We're talking about what's that Tom Cruise movie? Little indie film.
I actually want to see that.
Returns on it are Top Gun Maverick is absolutely phenomenal, is what is being said.
Psycho.
Okay. He's a psycho.
Time to wrap the show, guys.
All right.
First
So
pitch
that
is
7-Eleven. 7-Eleven. Let's go get a big gulp. Until next week, we will bid you adieu. Peace out, everybody.
First pitch strike by Scherzer. Let's go, baby.
Put up the bullets.